one team, one heartbeat. It will happen for us. One mission.
Welcome to Inside LSU Gymnastics. I'm Mike Smith, and we are inside the Maravich Center where our home opener, Southeastern Conference Gymnastics meet, is just moments away. Just a few moments ago, we had a chance to visit with some of our best fans as they entered the Maravich Center. Let's hear what they had to say. You and Barry have a great relationship with the team for many years. What does that mean to the both of you?
Oh, it means the world to us. We have grandchildren, and we consider them part of our family as grandchildren. And of course, a lot of these children are off. They don't live local, so they don't have family here. And so it just makes us feel good that we can give them hugs and just kind of be with them to kind of, you know, get that little parent thing that they're missing when they're here.
You've been a great super fan for quite a long time. What keeps you coming back to these gym meets here in the Maravich Center?
I've made such great connections with those girls year in and year out. Every new set of girls that come in, I make sure I introduce myself. I've been a fan of them for years, and I know what they're capable of, and I know that they have the potential to really do great things. And I just want our university to be represented at it the best it can be, and they do that. So,
which routines do you like the best that you see out there that you think are national championship quality?
Oh my goodness, Jessie has just been killing it all the way around. And then Lloimincia has changed it up since last year, and she's thrown a little bit more Louisiana flavor into it. And for me, that's a big thing, because actually talking out the side of your neck is now in her routine. That rings true for a lot of us LSU people, LSU students, alumni, faculty, staff. Everyone knows, you know, what that means to us. So for her to put that in there as a nod to the appreciation of just being here means so much.
So which gymnast gave you your VFT pass tonight?
Oh, Erin McAday.
Yeah, Erin McAday gave us our pass today. She actually is a family friend from home. I'm from the California Bay Area, and so is she. Family friend. I'm happy to be here.
Already getting into the purple and gold spirit, right?
Of course, of course.
And what do you love specifically about Erin's game and what she brings to the Tigers?
Just she's so hardworking. Like I see her like all the time, and like she's always just like thinking about how she can win the meets and like what she can do to better herself and stuff. It's really cool.
And what about being on the front row tonight? Do you think that this is the prime spot to watch the meet?
Oh, definitely. I am so excited to be here. It's my first time watching Erin live, I think, so to be here on this stage is great.
Reverend Hall, you have been on the road with us. You've been here in the Maravich Center with us. What comes to mind when you think about the eye of a Tiger and what that has meant not only for your daughter but this program?
Poise, tenacity, the spirit of we've been here, we're knocking on the door, and we're going to go through it.
You know, this has been an exciting year already. It's hard to believe that we're almost 25% of the way through the season after tonight. What do you see out of these young ladies? Do they have what it takes to be a champion?
Oh, yes, I believe they do have it because they have seen so much in the last 3 years, and they've also tried real hard to make sure that they work hard in the gym. So I believe that they have all the ability to go all the way this year.
Carla, you've been following this gymnastics program for a long time. Why do you continue to follow? Why do you love it so much?
Because it's a beautiful sport and they serve as an inspiration to me.
Are there any particular gymnasts that you really serve as an extra inspiration?
Yes, I really like Rheagan the best because she's so strong and polished.
And the community seems that they have just continued to grow and grow in the support of LSU Gymnastics. Why do you think that is?
Because they've gotten stronger over the years and so much better. And I think people are beginning to enjoy it just because of that, and maybe because of the Olympics.
Finn, you have been a front row supporter of this LSU Gymnastics program for many years. What makes you keep coming back?
The team and the girls and their competition, and I love to see the effort they put forth. It's amazing to me.
Do you think LSU has what it takes to win it all this year?
Yes, I really do. I mean, we had bobbles and could have improved a great deal more and still threw a 197 that first meet. So, yeah, I think we can. I think we can. We did a 196 something last week, and we had some of our best gymnasts that didn't hit their best. And so we get them back doing their best, yes. I think we can. This could be the year.
When we come back right after this timeout, we'll have a chance to sit down with LSU head coach Dee Bro and talk about tonight's meet against Missouri and a whole lot more inside LSU Gymnastics.
Inside LSU Gymnastics with Coach Dee Bro has been brought to you by Gulf Coast Office Products, Tiger Spotters, Hair Now, and by Flying Tigers Gymnastics Camp.
Welcome back to Inside LSU Gymnastics. Wow, Dee, what an amazing atmosphere inside the Maravich Center. A huge crowd, a great event, so family friendly, and how about those students?
Well, the student section was on fire. You know, we worked really hard at promoting that, and it was a student point night, which, you know, the kids get points for coming, which goes towards their football tickets and everything else.
Everything from the Tiger Girls to the Bengal Brass Band that always adds so much to the atmosphere. Almost 7,500 folks in the Maravich Center, one of the largest crowds we've had, and you could really tell that our girls were feeding off that energy.
Well, you know, you want to perform in front of people. You want to put your best out there, and you want a lot of people to come and watch. And you know, you family, friends, and fans from, you know, that have just come from Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Lafayette, Covington. We had a lot of people from Covington here last night. So, you know, great event.
So Dee, yes, it was great inside the Maravich Center. Let's take a look at those highlights. It's the Tigers versus Missouri in Southeastern Conference action. Jessie Jordan gets the meet started for the Fighting Tigers down the runway for her first vault.
We love this lead-off vault. Nice and stretched. Just a little bit of rebound in the landing, not a balance check, just a rebound. I was very happy with that performance.
And then we move quickly into the second vaulter, and it's Scarlett Williams.
You know, it's the first time Scarlett's been in the lineup,
right.
And she competed to get there and challenged her to stick that vault, and she did.
How happy was Scarlett Williams, a senior from Baton Rouge?
She was pleased with herself.
And then we go to the sophomore Ashleigh Nat. Changed up this vault just a bit.
Watch the block. We went back to just the full. The 1.5 is a beautiful vault, and we're going to use that again, but right now we just want to get a little more tightness, a little more stretch in her full.
And then the senior from Baton Rouge, two-time defending national champion Rheagan Courville.
Good stretch, good lift. Hiked it down just the least little bit and forced her hips back to hop, but there's so much height and distance, and that vault's so clean.
You can see that it's prime for great things to come for that senior, and Mike the Tiger is always happy to be in the arena. The fans love him, and we love seeing Jessica Savona first in the bars lineup.
I do too, and you know, we'll say it again, she has worked so hard, and Jay has really committed to making her a great bar worker, and she's doing that. She's got good difficulty throughout the routine. She has full pirouette, immediate to Kachev, which is beautiful. She goes back up to a handstand and sets herself up for a beautiful dismount. But look how stretched, her toes are nice and pointed. She lifts and boom, just a little bounce. No real landing adjustment, just a bounce.
And really gives us the great momentum in that lineup.
Well, she sets Randy up. She sets up the end of the lineup, and look at those lines. Look how stretched her body is. Nice and tight, full pirouette, and she pulled it back over, beautiful, right on top of the bar. Back up to a handstand, you know, free hip hand into her bail. But I think what sets Randy apart is just the ease that she swings and how pretty her lines are. Nice and stretched out, her toes are beautifully pointed. And she sets up two giants, nice high dismount.
Wow.
Yep, and she fights for that landing.
And look at the fans really loving it, the teammates love it.
Yeah, we got our Holy Cow t-shirts on.
And then Jessie Jordan.
Well, Jessie is just the definition of consistency. She comes in the gym, and you know, if it's hit one set or do three, she does one beautiful set. So I mean, she hits her handstands. She actually does a lot of extra handstand work in the gym. Nice toe up where her head goes above the bar, which is, I think, a pretty serious requirement for that skill. Beautiful double layout, little bit of shuffle back. But she's happy. She knows she's hit her handstands and done a good job.
And then Rheagan Courville, your bars anchor for this season.
Look how high. Look how high, Mike. Nice release move. Delta above the bar. Good handstand again. Immediately bail. She blocks out, toe up, and she's going to set up for a dismount. Now she only uses one giant to set up for a full in. So one giant, feet up nice and high, and drops to still. Beautiful, and a great anchor. That's what we need to happen.
995 anchor score. Big hug from Jay Clark.
What a difference he's been on this event.
Oh, I mean, it's consistent. It's just the same coaching day in and day out. He's done a tremendous job.
And these fans are absolutely loving it, and the team rotates from bars over to the balance beam, get a nice salute from a huge crowd in the Maravich Center.
And what a difference that crowd makes, Mike. I mean, it's so much fun to go in there and see the kids respond to that kind of enthusiasm in the stands.
It was great to see Ashleigh Lee back in the house as the sideline reporter for
yeah.
SEC Network,
yeah.
our former All-American, and Dee Dee mugging for the camera there just a bit. And here's Sydney Ewing, atoning for last week in Kentucky was not her best.
She missed that last week, and you know that's a difficult skill. A 2-foot layout, lands on 2 feet, beautiful. Switch side, which is a D-leap, standing layout, immediate straddle quarter. She's just really confident up there today.
She really could be a champion on this event.
A little step on that dismount. We worked that. I bet if there's 6 routines to be done, she does 12 dismounts every day.
Rheagan Courville, 5th in the beam lineup this season.
Good.
And, you know, her lines and just the smooth operation on that balance beam is amazing.
Look at the extension. Look how beautiful 180 positions. Sets herself up for a nice leap combination, switch leap, split quarter, and you stop that action and it's beyond 180.
Yeah.
Front aerial, immediately into a C-zone, sets up for a gainer full dismount. She stuck it, she's happy. She's had a little bit of struggle last week on beam, but I'll take that beam right there week in and week out.
And your beam anchor, Jessie Jordan, you know, we've used just about every word we can to describe the consistent approach that she has.
Call her the ice lady. Front aerial right here. She's just, we had a fall early in the lineup, and Jessie knew she's got to stay on to save the team score, and bam, she did.
Wow.
Beautiful.
9.925 for the senior from Manville, Texas. High fives all around. And hey, the Tigers are getting the groove on, because you know what? We're going to the floor in the home meet to finish it up.
The 4th event, and they're excited. And this is Randy's first time to compete in this event. She opens with a full in, and the choreography is just so cool. Ashleigh's done a great job with this routine. With half, front lay, moves down the mat, no hesitation. Now look at this, she just sets up for a last tumbling pass, nice strong double tuck.
Big height.
Chest up and nice landing. I couldn't be happier with Randy.
And then Ashleigh Nat, what power right here.
Look at that double layout. It's beautiful and so confident. Middle pass, she goes 2.5, immediate punch front.
Wow.
Yeah, on diagonal too. It was very, very good. Finishes with a double pike. Look how strong she is, chest up, and she knows she's done it.
One judge goes 10-0 in that routine, and then Jessie Jordan, you can feel the momentum in the building.
Look at Jessie, how solid she is. So soft in her landings. She goes front handspring, front full, front layout. Beautiful, no breaks, every bit of control that you need to have on those landings. Then she goes round off 1.5, punch front full, beautiful landing, everything is just rock solid.
Lloimincia Hall, I tell you, the crowd, they wait around, they know that the meet is coming.
That double layout, and there's that face, she knows she's hot.
A huge exclamation point.
Front full, front layout, boom. And then she dances, and here's her signature move, that seat drop, and here's her music.
And how about this to end it up?
She calls that the Lloimincia music right there, and here she comes. Double tuck, all she's got to do is just get it in the air and let it come down soft.
She called it a tribute to Louisiana, this season's approach, and it really shows.
Well, you know, she's got a little Les Miles in there. I don't know if it's Louisiana or Les Miles.
I was so excited. I went up there, I took a breath before I went and just stayed calm and did what I did in practice, and I couldn't be happier.
I think the team did really well today. We got the score that we wanted. I think there were a couple mistakes that can be fixed, but I know that we can just leave it behind us and focus for next week, and we're going to have a great week in the gym and just get ready for Metroplex and look to get an even better score there.
Welcome back to Inside LSU Gymnastics. One of the leaders of the Tigers in the 2015 season is Jessie Jordan, a senior from Manville, Texas, right outside the greater Houston area. She's the 2-time Southeastern Conference Gymnast of the Week to start the 2015 season for the LSU Tigers. Our own Garrett Walvert had a chance to sit down and visit with the senior from Manville, Texas. This segment brought to you by our friends Drs. Sherry and Marty Luther.
I first started my sophomore year of high school. I saw Dee Dee in our gym and I was just working out, and I didn't think that she really noticed me because she was just talking with the parents, being nice and friendly as she always is. Then I basically got invited to an unofficial visit. I did my unofficial and I met the team, and I looked around the campus and saw really the environment of LSU and what it had to offer. And since then, I was just hooked. I was ready to be a Tiger. That was it. I didn't need any more visits to other colleges. I knew LSU was the one.
The first things that she said in the first team meeting was, I don't do drama. And she meant it. She does not do drama. She is very cut and dry. She doesn't have a whole lot to say, but when she says it, it has a whole lot of meaning.
Jessie is all about business, and that's what she's been doing since the day she got here. Okay, what can I do? How do I do this? Anything Jessie does, and she goes and attacks it and knows what she wants. And it's just so amazing to see how all of that progress and how much she's like really grown.
You know, it's a lot harder than you expect. Competing every weekend, which is amazing and a blast, is also very vigorous and tiring. But it's all worth it. Dee Dee is really helpful. She's always there for all of us and giving us corrections or positive feedback, are things that we just need to work on. And not only is she a positive influence on us in the gym, she also cares about us as individuals and helps us to grow as people and really push to be the best person that we can inside and outside of the gym.
When you see her perform on beam, and you see the perfection that's there and the attention to the minute details that it takes to be successful on the balance beam, that's how she runs her life. She runs her life like she runs her balance beam routine. And I just have never, ever been around a student athlete that day in and day out, and now this is my 4th year with her, that has demonstrated that.
Jessie just has been able to help me think more positively, and she's allowed me to just be able to focus on my priorities.
The dismount for Jessie Jordan. First beam of her senior season, and she T-bones the landing, much to the delight of the home crowd.
Coming to school now and being 20 years old and my senior year of college, it's completely different than what I expected, but so much more than I expected as well. The bond that I have with the gymnasts and the coaches and everybody that has helped me along the way has been amazing and something that I'll never forget, something that's so dear to my heart. I put my hand on the beam and I swing my leg around, pose, and then I get up. I really say don't think about anything, just relax and do your thing, keep breathing. I do my side somi and I land and I finish. And it's perfect. I do a little more dance and then I get ready for my series. I think slightly about straightening my legs, pointing my toes, and watching my hands on the beam and then landing 1 foot at a time. I finish and do a little more dance. This is when the nerves really start to build up because you have been on the beam for a little bit, and the shock of just competing is wearing off. So take a few more breaths. I step, I do my leap series, trying to hit 180 and getting the connection. Calm yourself down, say that you can do it and you're almost finished. Pose a couple more times, catching your breath. You relax, and then I go for a front aerial. Then you turn around, get ready for your dismount. Really, it's not thinking about the landing or anything else, just breathing, being calm, just trying to get through it. You're almost there. Round off 1/2, you land it, squeeze your legs, press into the ground, you finish. That's perfect, you give a clap. If not, finish, you're happy and you did it.
Well, Dee Dee, at the close of the meet, the Tigers with a huge win over Missouri to kick off the home SEC action. And the fans really love it when our girls come down and sign autographs after the meet. They're always accessible.
You know, we want our athletes, our gymnasts, to really know their fans and to know who's coming to the events and get a feel for the role model and the status that I think that they should hold themselves to in front of the fans and when they're in the community. And for our kids to make themselves accessible after every competition, I think is very, very notable.
Well, you know, next week we head up to Fort Worth for a preview inside the national championship venue yet again due to some smart scheduling by Bob Moore over the last few years, a venue that the Tigers are very comfortable in.
You know, we love competing there. We love competing in Texas. It's such a gymnastics-friendly audience. We've got a lot of alums from Texas, so you know, it's like our kids are kind of going home in some instances, and we get a lot of the families to come to the events, and that arena is where our national championships are going to be, and our kids are kind of focused. We're not looking past the next meet. This is truly a tune-up for the national championships.
It's even on a podium, which is even better, and it makes for a gorgeous, gorgeous venue. If you haven't been there, you can check it out. Now, we'll have all of the action from the Metroplex Challenge inside the Go Zone on Saturday at lsusports.net/live, starting at 6 o'clock. All you have to do is just type it in, lsusports.net live, free of charge. We'll have that for you. Our social media, we're breaking all kinds of records. Folks are on Twitter, they're on Facebook. If you haven't checked us out, if you're not following us on Twitter, do so at LSUGYM. It's a fantastic way to keep in touch with what the Tigers are doing week in and week out. So for LSU head coach Dee Dee Bro, I'm Mike Smith saying thanks so much for being a part of this show. We're happy to bring it to you each and every week and give you a look inside LSU Gymnastics.
Inside LSU Gymnastics with Coach Dee Dee Bro has been brought to you by Gulf Coast Office Products, Tiger Spotters, Hair Now, and by Flying Tigers Gymnastics.